Imagine standing on a ship, surrounded by darkness. Not just the darkness of the sea, but the darkness of your own soul. You know you are guilty. You know you have ruined lives. And yet, from the deepest pit, a cry rises. Amazing grace! How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. This is not just the story of a hymn. It's the story of a man whose life was wrecked by sin and completely transformed by the mercy of God. John Newton was born in 1725 in England. His mother, a devout Christian, prayed that he would grow up to serve God. But when she died while he was still a boy, John drifted far from the faith she had planted in his heart. By his teenage years, he was wild, rebellious, and angry, a sailor who cursed, drank, and lived for himself. Eventually, he became involved in the brutal Atlantic slave trade, transporting human beings across the ocean like cargo. He was, by his own later confession, a man without conscience, lost and blind. Then came the storm. In 1748, during a violent storm off the coast of Ireland, Newton's ship was battered and sinking. In terror, he cried out to God, a God he had long mocked, begging for mercy. Miraculously, the ship survived. But something even greater happened. John Newton's heart began to change. It wasn't an instant transformation. It was a slow, painful journey from death to life. Over time, John Newton left the slave trade behind. He became a pastor, a passionate follower of Jesus Christ, and a fierce advocate against slavery. He would never forget what he had been, and he would never stop marveling at what God had done for him. In 1772, as he reflected on the depth of his sin and the even greater depth of God's forgiveness, John Newton sat down to write a hymn for his congregation. The words flowed from a broken, grateful heart. Amazing grace! How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. Newton wasn't writing poetry for fame. He was telling the truth about himself, and about the grace that had saved him. At first, Amazing Grace was just one hymn among many in England. But over the years, it took on a life of its own, especially across the Atlantic, where it became a song of hope for countless people. Sinners, slaves, soldiers, and seekers, all drawn to its pure message of redemption. John Newton's life reminds us of something powerful. No one is too lost for God to find. No one is too broken for Him to heal. It doesn't matter where you've been, what you've done, or how dark your past may be. The grace of Jesus Christ can reach you, forgive you, and make you new. You don't have to fix yourself first. You don't have to earn His love. You simply have to come, and let His amazing grace change your story forever. If you were touched by this story, there's so much more to discover about the life-changing power of God. Subscribe to our channel for more true stories that will lift your heart and strengthen your faith.